Yo, what's good? I'm Sydney Johnson, snowboard expert at Curated. Here at Curated, we help thousands of people find the right gear for them every season. This year, we went to Powder Mountain in Utah to test out some of the best boards from the best brands, and these are our top 5 overall snowboards of 2023. Just so you know, at Curated, we're not sponsored by any brand, so these reviews are completely unbiased. At number 5, we have the GNU Antigravity.
GNU claims that this is going to be a great all-mountain directional board, and they pretty much hit that on the spot. So my first impression was it definitely carves really hard, fairly stable for sure, tons of pop. That's why I kind of got the name Antigravity. Definitely surprised me a couple times how much it has. The carving was great. And so in the trees, this board would be a dream. It was really fun. It was pretty quick edge to edge, so it was nimble in the trees. I would not recommend this board for a true beginner just because of that camber design. It's gonna be really catchy. Being that this board is camber and has that magnet traction, I definitely recommend that magnet traction to a lot of people on the East Coast. Just because of those icier conditions, it definitely helps you with better edge hold. This board, I would say, is gonna be for like your intermediate to expert rider looking for an all mountain board that can kind of just handle a little bit of everything, but wants that directional board that's gonna carve really nice on the groomers and still have some float and powder, but just a killer board.
At number 4, we've got the Lib Tech Dynamo.
Lib Tech claims this board as a resort ripping, backcountry shredding, free ride option in their line. It runs a C3 camber profile and is meant to deal with high speeds and tear up the whole mountain.
It's so sick. Definitely dug it. You know, if you're a big mountain fanatic, you want that stability, whether it's steep, deep, or both, it's good.
So C3 is a camber profile where there's camber at the tip and tail and predominantly camber between the feet with a touch of rocker for float, but it definitely gives a plastic stiff feeling when riding this snowboard that allows you to really apply pressure for weight and dive into those turns. It definitely fits the bill of a free ride snowboard. I do feel it would be a great time riding bigger jumps just because of how stable it was. It has a slightly tapered shape. I didn't happen to feel too much of a difference when riding switch. It's definitely set back an inch. My favorite thing about this board, it created a nice locked in feeling between the feet because of the camber profile. Between that and the blend of magnet traction, it really allowed me to press very hard into the edge and have a great locked in feeling for carving at high speeds. I don't know if I'd necessarily recommend this for someone who's looking for low edge angle cruising. You need one board to handle resort and riding powder. I feel like it's a better feel for expert riders who are looking to charge at high speeds to ride in the backcountry.
At number 3, we have the Burton Custom.
The Burton Custom has been a staple in the industry for as long as I can remember. It is a directional twin, all-mountain freestyle snowboard designed to do everything and ride everywhere.
The perfect day for taking out the Burton Custom is every day. This is the one true one-board quiver that does it all. From East Coast riding on some of the worst, harshest days to West Coast pow days, this thing will destroy it. There's a reason it's been around for so long. This board is super fun, super responsive, and super stable.
With the Burton channel system, you can do whatever you want with your stance. As a directional twin, it's at home, switching regular, whatever direction. It's playful.
So this board, it goes from low-level intermediates all the way to advanced riders. This board is great for such a wide variety of people out there. The only ones I can think of that I would not recommend this for are true beginners. It's still going to be a little stiff. It's going to be not as forgiving as a true beginner will need to just figure out how a snowboard works. But once you have that down, you could honestly step right up to this. This will bring you to where you want to go, and it will last you for years to come.
At number 2, we've got the Jones Mountain Twin.
Jones is a great all-mountain free ride brand of boards. They really know what they're doing when it comes to hitting the steeps and deeps and finding the rest of the mountain to open up. And this with a freestyle flare makes the entire mountain so much fun. Jones Mountain Twin, super fun. This is a pure slope style board that you can rip the entire mountain. Super stable at any speed, not a true jib park board. It is a heavy hitter freestyle board. Being on a slightly stiffer side of a board, I was able to lock in turns. It was torsionally stiff, so I could really get high up on edges and pretty darn quick. Even though most freestyle boards tend to be a little bit easier to step into, on the more aggressive end of freestyle boards. Overall, this is one of the most fun boards I've ever been on. As a true all-mountain rider, but grew up riding park, this was my kind of feel and touch to a board where I can really open up endless possibilities.
And at number 1 of our top boards of 2023 is the K2 Antidote.
K2 advertises this board all mountain freeride with a heavy dose of freestyle. It's really lightweight. It's a medium stiff flex. It's a twin shape, but it has a 3/4 of an inch setback. It also has a little bit of bevel in the nose.
Wow, it just blew my mind. It's one of the best boards I've ridden in a long time, that it really finds a sweet spot that pushes the limits between freeride and freestyle. It's not every day you find a board that excels at that.
This board is a lot of fun to play around and butter on. It's not the softest board, so if you're really looking to wheelie things out and spin them around, might not be your board. But if you're, playing around on the side of the trail and in side hits or when things open up, this board is a lot of fun to just, switch regular, spinning, you can do it all. So this board is very quick edge to edge. It also has reinforced carbon throughout it, so it adds a little bit of liveliness to it. Once you get it up on edge, it holds a really solid edge.
This board in trees is a lot more maneuverable without it being super surfy. It kind of hits that sweet spot of being able to make quicker dynamic turns without it trying to overcharge you and make you go faster when you don't want to. I would recommend this board for someone who really wants to push their freestyle limits in that free riding conditions. This board just is phenomenal when it comes to that.
What do you think? Did your snowboards make the list? Let us know in the comments below. If you want help finding the right gear for you, make sure to go to curated.com and you'll get matched with experts like me and receive free advice about what gear you should get. And if you like this video, click like and subscribe to see more content from Curated.